Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning already again. Wow, does that come by
Yes,
quick,
it does.
huh? November 2nd,
Quite.
beginning of a new month of November. We're almost at the end of this year and the beginning of a new week. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend.
I have a tip on that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead. Wow.
You can extend your weekend by not working on Friday.
That's what he does.
Well, that's what I did this week.
That's what we did because we had a bunch of errands and stuff to run and getting new tires on the car and all that good stuff. But anyway, good tip.
I thought you guys might like that.
I hope everybody is wide awake this morning. We're going to have a fantastic workout. But first, I wanted to talk about something that I've been hearing a lot of about lately. We did yesterday, and my business partner has been doing this one thing, and it's decluttering. It's getting rid of the things in your life that no longer serve you. Now, this could mean things in your home.
Your job.
Could be your job. It could be people in your life. But basically what happens is when you hold on to things that you don't really need anymore, whether it's a pair of shoes, whether it's a person that you don't want to hang around anymore that's not empowering you or all of that, or whether it's a job that you no longer serves you, which is exactly what happened to me. Mm-hmm. When you hold on to those things, it doesn't leave room for the things to come in that you can allow to come in that do serve you. So let me give you a quick example. I'll use my job as an example. I worked for Verizon Wireless for 15 years. It was a great job. It wasn't any, I made good money. I had benefits, but it was no longer serving me after a period of time. I felt like I was being beat up every day by upper management, by the customers. I felt when I got home after an 8-hour job of standing up on my feet all day, and things were changing in the company. It just no longer served me after 15 years. But I was afraid to leave. I let fear sink in. And the reason I was afraid to leave is because I was making good money. I was on my own. I had benefits. And I kept thinking to myself, I'll never be able to get this back, this money. I won't be able to go into a new job or a career and make this kind of money. I won't be okay. And what I had to do is literally set this fear aside because it got to the point where it was so bad that it was literally killing my soul.
Yeah. When I was in massage school, they taught us something really important. They said the holding on, pain is the holding on to energy. Pleasure is the release of energy. And when you find yourself in pain for whatever reason, physical, emotional, or mental, you're holding on to something that you don't need to be holding on to. That's the key.
Wow, that's a good point.
When it comes to pleasure, it is the release of energy, whether in all forms, physical, mental, emotional. It doesn't matter. Your community, it doesn't matter. Let it go.
Now, what happened was with my job, as I was explaining, was that, and that really, and now that I think about it, that's exactly what was happening. I was in so much pain going to work every day inside of here that it just got to the point where it was unbearable. And what was happening, I was trying to look for another job while I was working that job. And that doesn't work because I was holding on to that job. I didn't have room or space to let the universe drop in what was actually should have been coming to me. So what I ended up doing was quitting. And it was not an easy decision. It was easy, but it wasn't easy. There was a lot of fear involved. So I quit. And what happened after that was literally it allowed the space to open up for the things to come to me that did serve me. Mm-hmm. So once I got rid of the things that didn't serve me, there was space for things that I could allow in my heart and soul to come in that did serve me. Same thing goes with physical things in your home, whether it be clothes, whether it be objects that you're holding on to in your home. My business partner just cleaned out her whole house and got rid of all kinds of things that she thought she would never be able to get rid of because of the attachment she had here. And it's about attachment. When you let go, it allows new things to come into your life. So if you're feeling pain or if you're feeling, you know, you're holding on to things that no longer serve you, let go of it, get rid of it. It could be people in your lives too. If you've got people in your lives that you're spending time with that no longer serve you, move on and allow the people that do serve you to come in and enhance your life. This is a really good time to be thinking about this because we are ending 2020. So raise your hand if you had one of those years. We actually had a great year. So I had one of the best years I've had in a long time. But if 2020 was not a good year for you, then it's time to declutter and get rid of those things that no longer serve you. Thoughts, get rid of those thoughts. Get rid of the fear mindset. Don't live in fear. Come on. Life's too short to live in fear, no matter what's going on around you. You have a choice. And so now is the time to declutter because we're going to get ready for 2021. And when you get rid of the things that no longer serve you, you're going to be able to open up to allow the things that do serve you to come in for 2021. Does that make sense?
It does.
Fantastic. All right, let me see who is joining us on my Facebook.
Tammy Doan, Salvatore.
My sissy. Hey, Tammy. Love you. And so we're going to get going with a little bit of a warm-up this morning. For those of you who have not been with us with the kettlebell workout, we do have a Sensei David Hill's YouTube channel that shows you some basics on how to swing the kettlebell. What are you laughing about?
And for all of those who have to watch it on replay because of being shadow banned. Sorry, go ahead.
We won't get into that this morning. Thank God the elections are almost over. Speaking of getting rid of things that no longer serve you. Oh boy. Okay. So let's
Shall we get going?
Let's get into a warm-up. And for those of you who are sitting on your couch or chair or wherever
time to get up.
You're in the car, pull over. Just be careful.
All right.
So we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up this morning, and we do need hops. Let's get them moving. So on this, you're not just hopping. You're bringing your shoulders up gently and letting them drop as you come down. You don't have to jump. You can go like this if you want. But this is a great way to get your body moving, get the blood flowing, get all of the circuits firing, get your brain rewired for our kettlebell workout. Same thing with this one. We're bending the legs. It's like flicking water off your hands. You know, you've been in the restroom and you use the store or something and there's no paper towels left. You go up trying to flick the water off your hands. This is exactly what it is. Heart openers. And as we're coming around, we're tapping the body. Body tapping is miraculous. And as we open our arms, we can think of some things that we are grateful for in our lives. You don't have to tap hard. You can tap gently, or you don't have to really tap at all. Hard to side, we're just getting a little bit of a twist here in the torso and also tapping the body. You want to make sure you're lifting the opposite heel up so you don't torque your knee. You don't need any knee injuries. Just turning the body, get a nice, easy stretch. We're putting a lot of effort into this. This is just a warm-up, getting our bodies ready. We'll do some neck rolls or head rolls. This is another one you want to be gentle with first thing in the morning.
Yeah, and don't go too far back.
Yeah.
Kind of go across in the back instead of way back.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay,
let's go the other way. And even if you're not going to do your workout this morning, this is a super way to just get warmed up for your work day or whatever you're doing today. And some hip circles. This is the move it or lose it move. That's what I call it. You don't move your body and you don't move your joints. As you get older, you won't be able to move them. literally stay stuck. And if you fall, you will get injured. So as you age, you want to make sure that you're just moving all of your parts, your body parts. And it doesn't have to really be much. If you're not into working out with kettlebell or weights, even if you're doing this or doing some stretches every morning, I would add strength in with it. You know, that's why we do the kettlebell. But you can do that lots of different ways. Now, as you age, you lose muscle if you're not working them. So it is important to have some sort of a strength workout as well. Doing just some knee rotations here just to get things warmed up, and then we just need to do the shoulders.
Right.
So I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders. We're just going to roll back like this all the way back and just stretch your chest. You go to the front, stretching out your back and just getting your shoulders moving. Get that synovial fluid going in your shoulders. It's amazing how much we use some of our body parts, like our shoulders. You don't realize how much you use it until you injure it. And then every time you move, gently go over to the right and left here. You can actually use your bottom arm to pull your top arm just gently over the top and get a nice stretch on the side. Wow, that feels good.
All right. We ready to lift?
I think we're ready. I just want to check and see who's here this morning. I always like to see who's on board. Everybody new. We have Yashasaki, and then we have Kevin Hansen. My buddy Kevin, he's a warrior. Kevin Hansen him and his wife Candy own an oil company. They deliver oil, but Kevin is a warrior. He had to go through chemotherapy last year. And so he's strong dude inside. Good to have you with us, guys.
All right, let's grab our kettlebell, put it down between our feet.
Am I going to be able to use my bigger one?
Absolutely.
It's Monday now.
Put it between your feet. Fold with the hip.
Fold with the hips.
Back flat. Tighten your core. 2 hands on the kettlebell. Seat your shoulders. Drive into your heels. Hips forward. Hips back.
As you come up, squeeze those glutes.
Lift up on the pelvic floor.
And I tell you, for you ladies, and I'll just say specifically ladies because that's what I am. Well, I'm a girl. And this is great for the booty. So if you're looking to firm up in the back end area, this is really. Sometimes you just don't have to do anything complicated.
All right, bring it around the body.
About working your muscles. So on this one, you want to make sure your core is tightened. It's amazing how much you use your core to be able to do these orbits. Also, nice grip in the toes. Make sure that you're not wearing shoes so that you can be grounded and get that nice grip with your feet. Core tightened, shoulders seated. And we're breathing. This actually looks super easy, but it's when you first start doing it, it's like, what?
Now, bring it up and catch.
Okay. And
all right, now pay attention here. Watch this first. I'm going to go around, pass it, and stall. Focus on the belly. Focus on your grip. Got to kind of go back a bit. Use the small one.
You can't like pass it off quickly in the back.
Yeah, this takes a little practice. Just do a few.
Yeah, I get it. And when you're bringing that kettlebell up, you're using your hips. I mean, you're using your arms
It's a
too.
small motion though, isn't it? All right, bring it to the stall position.
My arm is not like that on this side.
Press it up.
Okay, I have the wrong grip.
One hand on the ball, one hand on the handle.
Yeah. I can use my heavier one for this one. And because we use our hips in kettlebell, it really works your core. So if you are looking to slim up and tighten up your core, kettlebell workouts are it. It's not about really getting big, huge muscles. It's about using your body in a functional way. And I'm telling you, I have the best abs right now that I've ever had in my life. And I used to do all kinds of workouts to try to get really nice abs and a nice core. And really, kettlebell is what's done it for me.
Indeed. Okay, we're going to do some halos. So choose the bell you want for halos. Whoa.
Usually use this one, right?
Reach down, grab the kettlebell by the horns, bring it up. The ball is up, wrists straight, shoulders seated, around the back of your head. If you had a halo, this is where it would be.
And on this one, you would definitely have to tighten up your core. Like literally my stomach muscles in order to do this, are tight. Make sure your wrists are straight.
And down. Put the kettlebell out in front of you a bit. All right.
No steps.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, here's what you're going to do. We're going to take our one hand and bring it up like in the rack position. As we do, we're going to take the same leg and step back. Drop the knee. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to change. Actually, I'm going to swing. I'm going to change to grip on the other side and down. Here. Here. Swing. Change hands. Down. Let's give that a try.
I want to see you do it first, so go ahead and try it out with the kettlebell so I can see.
We're going to work on the switch in a minute. Let's do this first thing. We're going to start with just taking our kettlebell and doing what's called a switch rack. Swing, switch. Swing, switch. Let's start with that one.
Okay.
Okay, let me get on the same side as you. So this hand has got to be ready to spear through the handle. So I go swing, change.
Swing.
One more time, watch this. Swing and then up to a change.
I can't.
So you're gonna take your.
One.
So your hand is gonna. So look at this. Your hand is gonna go through.
Where my hand goes,
watch this.
but I want to swing again.
Well, don't.
Okay. Well, no, that's what I'm trying to figure out is how to do that.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going up, and then.
And then you're gonna swing. And then as you come up, stick your hand through.
Oh.
So I swing, and then as it comes up, I stick my hand through.
Swing.
As it comes up, you stick. There it is. So, right. Nice and smooth. So
when I come down to grab, that's
one of the things that we want to think about. Let me borrow your kettlebell for a moment. Is that when you change hands, when you change hands, this one comes into the handle and you pull this one out. So I'm over gripping and removing this hand. Over gripping and removing this hand.
Okay.
So that at the top of the swing, this one comes in and I take this one away.
You know what? It sounds simple, but getting your brain to do it,
Absolutely.
because it's different than what we've ever done.
Absolutely.
Is the hard part.
These things, creating new patterns of movement are difficult. At first, it requires a lot of thinking. Later on, you can let the thinking go because your body will know how to do it. So let me watch you. Let's just practice this a couple of times. When it comes up, the other one comes up to meet it. Yes. Yep, you have it. That was correct. Just like that. Right inside the handle, just like that. It's actually pretty easy once you get it. It's like, it's right there. Yeah. It's just a little bit of a dexterity thing. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that and then step back. So let me put my hand in the same position as yours.
Or I'll
right?
maybe this side.
Okay, keep it right there.
Yeah.
So from here, step back into a lunge. Come on back up. Swing and change hands. Step back into a lunge. Swing and change hands. Step back into a lunge. Nice. And then you can just combine it. Beautiful. I call this exercise the Ono, in honor of Apollo Ono. Some of you probably aren't old enough to know who the heck Apollo Ono is.
Yeah.
5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, now that I got the hang of it, I actually like that one.
It's a good one. It's a good one. These
takes a little bit of time to get that down. Let's see who we got on here. So that's just a moment. Jeff Jones, Mike, love you guys. Food. Like, so if you work out and you want to order, well, what's cool about them is that, let's say you don't have time, you're working, you don't have time to get your meals together that are healthy. They have pre-made meals for people that are working out that want to eat healthy. You just order it, and their food is great. Well, I've never actually tasted it because they're down, I think, in Massachusetts. And then we have Lorianne, Sherry Carter, my sister-in-law, Andrew Edwards. So happy to have you on with us this morning. Yeah, but my kitchen laboratory, really cool idea.
Yeah.
For people that are busy, you know, they can just go and order pre-made meals instead of having to do, all of that on Sundays where you get all your meals ready for the week.
Okay, so we're going to move to some overhead. We're going to go to long cycle. So swing to the rack and press. And you can probably use your heavier kettlebell.
Well, I think.
I'm going to move up just a bit.
All right. Yes. Yes.
All right. So pick up your kettlebell, either hand, swing to the rack, press, return, swing. 1 to 10.
I can tell it's Monday.
3 more.
Feet. There's my smaller one. Injured.
And change hands.
I still have 2
Go for it.
on this side.
When you're done with 10, switch to the other hand. Five more.
Ah,
Last one.
ah. Whew. That was hard. Ah, that was hard on a Monday morning.
Indeed.
Whew. How's everybody doing? So, those of you who want to start the year off right for 2021, kettlebell is perfect. The original, we do have a video at Sensei David Hill's in YouTube that goes over how to choose the right kettlebell for you. And that's really, really important. I actually have a couple of different sizes. And then the reason for that is when I graduate up to the next size, I just want to be ready. But you'll use a smaller size for quite a while just to get your body and your brain trained on how to do these moves. But kettlebell is really for functional movement. So we work our body so that when we're lifting things during the day or bending over or whatever, and it also makes you look good. That's what kettlebell workouts do.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to do some low windmills. You're going to take your bell, put it down at your feet, put it next to one foot, turn your feet 45 degrees in that direction.
You want your bell east to west, so the handle's facing east-west.
Absolutely. Hand inside of the thigh, palm facing forward, other hand on your hip. Kick your hip back. That's how the move begins. Don't bend this way. Kick the hip back. The back leg right now is plumb to the ground. It should end up here, not here. And this is where everybody goes wrong. If you need to, you can put your hip against the wall and at least keep it there, as opposed to letting it move forward. But if you've got some experience with it already, move it back. Kind of like I say, imagine you got a handful of groceries and you got to shut the car door. Boom. That's how you're going to do it.
Or you're hitting your partner.
Boom. Or you're going to hit your partner, yeah, because they said something inappropriate.
And you want to tighten your core when you're doing this. This is the key, is to
Absolutely.
tighten your core. So we're going to tighten our core, put our hand down here on the
Inside of the thigh.
inside of the thigh.
Now, the front knee can bend.
Yeah.
In fact, it has to. But the back knee stays straight and the hip goes back, down, down, down until you can grab the bell. Now, here, keep your core fired. Don't lift it with your arm. Move your hip back across, and you will stand. Down and up. 2.
It's when you first do this, it's not easy because the first thing you want to do. I had the hardest time keeping my hips back.
5. Going to 10.
I was moving
6.
forward.
7. 8. 9. 10, set it down, turn your feet to the front, kick your hips back, slide it over. Turn your feet the other way. Hand on the hip, hand on the inside of the thigh. Kick the hip back, grab the bell, tighten your core, seat your shoulder and hips across. This allows you to keep your back straight.
I wasn't bending my leg.
8, 9, 10. You know, we just recently took a trip out to California to visit Chandra's daughter and son-in-law. And in having a conversation with him about body mechanics, he showed me something which was really interesting. He showed me the way that he works on the ground. He's really tall. He's like, what, 6'4"?
Yeah.
Really, really tall dude. Ground's a long way away. If he was to bend his back and work on the ground, very soon this would be his posture. Right? How many old people have you seen where their back's like this? It's because of constantly bending their back, putting it under load, picking things up, trying to manipulate things. But the way he showed me that he did it is this. Just like this. Back perfectly flat. Notice the posture. It's exactly the same as the low windmill. He works with his body for a living. Therefore, he knows that you have to do it in the most efficient way and the way that the body is designed to work. And I don't know if he was taught that or if he just learned it from watching or if he learned it from studying the body. But in any case, it doesn't matter if he was doing it exactly correctly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think we're good for today.
I mean, it's important as you get older to take care of your body. I know a lot of young people who, because they're young and have put their bodies through hell in the workplace, and then when they get to be 40, they can't move or they can't do the things that they want to do. It's a real thing, and I see it over and over and over again. If you're 22, start out using your body the correct way. It doesn't last forever. It wears out. And if you don't treat it right, and if you don't work your body properly, your body is going, by the time you're in your late 30s, your body's going to be worn out. You're going to have aches and pains. You're going to be on medication. Trust me, you do not want that. You don't want that. I'm telling you, trust me. We're in our 50s. I'm 58. He's 53.
I see people in their 40s, and I'm like, good heavens, what did you do?
It makes a difference. When you wake up in the morning, you don't want to have pain to just getting out of bed. You want to. I don't have pain. I'm not on any medication, and neither is he. And we're in our 50s. So that's the way you want to work towards, so that you can enjoy the rest of your life. 50 comes quick. 60 comes quick. Trust me, it's like a snap. Before you know it, you're going to be there. So take care of your body. And we talked about decluttering earlier. So happy to have you guys here this morning. Think of one or two things today that you can get rid of, whether it's a person, not really a person. You can't get rid of the person. A relationship of some sort, whether it's a piece of furniture, a piece of clothing, whatever. Think of one or two things you can get rid of so you can have the new stuff that is serving you come in.
You can get rid of negative people online. If you got social media, if you're on social media, you have constantly a barrage by negative people. Just unfollow them. Negative. Don't bother with it. You can't afford to have that kind of negativity in your life every day. I went through this at the beginning of the year and it had tremendous results. I would get wound up every time I started going on social media. Now I get wound up a lot less.
Anyway, I hope that everybody has a fantastic Monday. Sending you love, joy, peace, and happiness, and special healing energies to all of those in the world who are suffering today, in the hopes that they may find some peace in their day. And have a fantastic day. You are the creators of your life, so make it a fantastic day. Love you all. Thank you for watching today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. for the Human Empowerment Experience, LLC. Bye, guys.